So rude. Hmm. One of these days I'm gonna get the heat press and a printer for so I can make my own mugs so that I can make rude mugs. The body just went flying. That was. Oh. The person's behind there. Yeah, I designed them and I was using that website that partnered with my shop to sell them, but
I'm heading upstairs to the hostage. Everybody, get to the atrium.
the markup on
Saints here. The who now?
on working with them was so much. Like,
This asshole.
it just wasn't. It wasn't worth it. Like I had to, in order to make any money for myself, I had to charge more than I was comfortable charging for the mugs. So. Yeah, rude. In the butt. Yeah. Uh-oh, somebody's doing laundry. I know it's like a weird thing to say, but I had to tell my housemate to close the window and the front door because I am allergic to that perfumey shit that people use.
To the right of the elevators and work your way up.
Oh, it's so strong. What? I really wish that like it was common knowledge that like the chemicals and perfumes and stuff that are used in like laundry and cleaning are actually incredibly bad for the environment and for us. Like, I don't really understand why it's so normalized for us to use such bad stuff. It's like you attacked them with bugs or something. There's a bat. A key box in here. Yeah, exactly. Like my sinuses and stuff are starting to swell up, and my throat is sore, and the cough is my asthma going. "Mm." And I think I've already been having issues because the new neighbors use the Fabuloso stuff, and it comes in my window like every evening. They must do some sort of cleaning. And that's pretty scary because they have like kids and stuff in there, and if you read the bottle, it actually says that you're not supposed to use it like in an enclosed space. You should have high amounts of ventilation. It's actually better to wear a ventilator while using it because it's not very nice to the tissue in the lungs. It kind of makes me think of like all the health issues I had when I was a kid and my parents like smoked indoors. And that was before it was common knowledge. I mean, the information was there, but people didn't, you know, we hadn't started passing laws about it yet, and so people chose to ignore the inconvenience of the truth. And, yeah, so, you know, like I had like chronic ear infections and other issues all the time. My mom like always was complaining about how inconvenient it was. And as I got older, like, you know, it was like chronic bronchitis 3-4 times a year. And as soon as I moved out and away from the cigarettes, no more problems. And it just makes me wonder like how many kids, you know, grow up having issues and have no idea that it's partially being aggravated by environmental shit that people are using around them, you know? Hey, I know I shot in there. Oh, so the angle, the way he's holding it, you couldn't see his face.
That's what you get, you dumb sons of bitches.
Doing all right there,
Okay.
Kelso?
As long as I'm not breathing asbestos, that blast did a lot of damage.
Alright. Come on. It's moving like... There's like... dogs over here. Look, they're all like scared. Well, that one's dead, but that makes me sad. Yeah. Yeah, I remember like the bedroom wall in the house I grew up in was like rock plaster. And in the winter, you know, it's like my room would get really cold and then the walls would get moisture. And so the bottom like 2 to 3 feet would have black mold just all the way across it. And my mom would just hand me a bucket of bleach water and a washcloth. Here you go. You know? Yeah, it was gnarly. And I'm like super allergic to mold. I'm allergic to most antibiotics as well. Like... Ant, why'd you do that? Why'd you look at the wall? Yeah. I think, like, most people do not thrive with that stuff, but if you're, you know, some of us are just more sensitive in general. It's funny that there's, like, this whole cultural, like, opinion around people that have, like, sensitivities or whatever that, like, we're weak or something, but I kind of think it's the opposite, that, like, we're the early warning signs for what is wrong, because if we accommodated the people with the sensitivities, everybody would be healthier for it, you know, because it's not like these things are good for the people who aren't sensitive to it. They're just not aware of it. Like, they have the potential to live their entire life being exposed to stuff, not know that it's bad for them because their body doesn't tell them, and then end up getting like lung cancer or some shit later from exposure, you know? We got It makes me think of, like, you know, babies and little kids often do not like vegetables. And it's like this thing that, you know, parents can be very shaming about or whatever. But part of the reason why they don't like vegetables is that vegetables are a little bit bitter. And bitter is like a warning flavor for poison. So, and babies and little kids have much more sensitive taste buds. We lose them as we get older. It's part of the reason why we start to tolerate certain foods that we didn't like as kids as we get older. And so, like, part of the reason why kids don't like vegetables is basically evolution. That they have a warning system because little bodies are more sensitive to smaller amounts of poison than a big body. It's just, yeah. Ah, wrong one. Ah! I wonder if it's fun to try to, like, do the, like, the death sounds to record them for games and stuff. I don't know. I'm not like an actor, so I think it would be really hard for me, but it seems like it would be a lot of fun. So he's in denial that there could be a reason why he's gassy, such as like a food intolerance, or maybe he needs some Beano or something. Or he's like, I just need to pass gas. I mean, that's logical. I emailed my GI because they had me take some antibiotics, and I was like, well, the antibiotics made me intolerant to beans, which I've never had a problem with, but I started having, like, bloating with them, and they're like, oh, so you should just stop eating beans, and I got so mad at them. I was just like, no, I am not gonna stop eating beans. It's, like, unacceptable to me. I mean, the way I see it, those antibiotics probably just killed the bacteria that helped me digest the beans, so I just need to keep eating beans and other vegetables to reintroduce the bacteria so that I can digest them properly again. But in the meantime, you know, it's like basically like your dad, just gotta suffer with some side effects, you know. Thankfully it got better. It just took like 3 months for me to build my flora back up, but I was so, oh, just stop eating beans. I was like, the fuck do you say? Okay. I guess I'll use these. He got mad. Nope. Yeah, right. I know, and especially because of my like I mean, beans are like one of my favorite foods, and I eat them all the time. But like, also, I haven't been able to eat very much meat because of my gallbladder issues. So like, what they want me to just have no protein. They were like, "Oh, you should try an elimination diet." I'm like, "You do an elimination diet." I mean, it's like if like I had sustained issues or whatever, then okay. But they were giving me basically, I wasn't even asking for advice. I sent them an update, and they just gave me all this information, and I was like, if you had looked at my record at all, you would see that this is not relevant. Also, I've done the elimination diet several times, and it
Heads up. You've
gave
got
me no
hostiles
useful
flooding into the
information.
building from the street.
Get down there and take care of them. I got Eleanor.
Interaction restricted. Destroy the barricaded door. So you hear how like the game is going and Jordan's out doing stuff? That's because he has a PS5. I have a PS4, so I have to wait. No. Yeah, exactly. I get pretty salty when they start suggesting stuff that's like, makes me feel like we're going back to the beginning. Like, I told them that spicy food made my gallbladder hurt. And they're like, oh, maybe you have acid reflux. And I was like, what? Like, I've literally jumped through all the hoops to prove to you guys that I literally do not have those issues. I've done the tube down the throat and all that stuff, and like, we're gonna go back to that? Never mind the fact that the gallbladder contracts when you have spicy food, so my gallbladder hurts when it contracts, so therefore logically, but for some reason they don't seem to be able to incorporate a meaningful understanding of what the gallbladder does to my symptoms. I don't know. It hurts my brain.
Manny, is Odessa on the line?
I'll patch her in. Odessa? Kelso has some news for you.
We got Eleanor. Is she okay? She's okay. I'm bringing her home.
She wants the pizza though.
Oh, thank God.
Maybe I want pizza.
See you soon.
Could be projecting. Yay! Got a whole bunch of XP from that. Yeah, I'm so burnt out on explaining myself. Like, I don't understand when you know, they've been working with me, they know that I know I'm talking about, that I'm knowledgeable. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. No. Yeah, and I think like they don't really understand because I'm more sensitive than the average person in terms of like what sensory information I'm getting from my body. Um, what do? Could start a manhunt, like one of the old legacy manhunts, or work on the summit stuff. I don't know why I always go out like that. Hmm. Yeah, the thing that I found interesting about dealing with doctors and like surgery and stuff is that when you read about like the symptoms of a particular issue, or you read about the sort of like the post surgery experience or whatever, they have like these very like fixed lists of symptoms and stuff. But if you go to like a forum or whatever and you read about patient experiences, those things are included, but there's like a lot of other stuff, um and there's a lot of other stuff that's very consistent. And it's interesting because there's never really any conversation from with the patients about the fact that there could be like these
We need you to
variabilities in
secure a
experience or
skyscraper.
whatever.
This may take a while. Hope you cleared your schedule.
And then you know, like if you have surgery and you have like symptoms that aren't on the list and you contact them, they're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, that's, oh yeah, you know. It's weird. um what was it like, what was the other one I did this one and this one. Yeah. Hmm. I mean, I know sometimes like faulty valves can't are only found through certain tests, but I would assume they would have done some of those tests. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that, and there's, you know, I mean, like I had this surgery I had like a year and a half ago or whatever, and I emailed the surgeon a couple weeks ago to ask about the meds because I was having issues taking them, and she was just like, oh, blah 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 blah, you know, it must be this, and it was like totally off topic of what we actually know about my body. And I had to respond back and be like, okay, but here's the page we were on. It was like she just didn't, it was weird. And then she was like, oh, thank you for, re-explaining that or whatever. But I mean, like, if I wasn't, oh no, comfortable with being assertive, That would be like a really... That guy like just did like a little backflip. Yeah. I mean, I had surgery like 2017, and after the surgery I had like all this pain, and I kept telling them that I was having like a lot of pain. Like it was bad. And like narcotics don't work on me, so you know, that's not gonna help. But they just kept prescribing me different narcotics, and I was like, but they don't work on me, I'm not gonna take them, you know? And I'm like, you told me the surgery's not very painful, so why am I in so much pain? And they just kept blowing me off, and 2 weeks after that, like, I guess there had been something, something was wrong, but it took a really long time for it to fail. And I ended up losing so much blood that I was like at the cusp of needing a transfusion. I had to go to the ER, you know. That whole time I kept telling them there's something wrong, and they're like, oh no, it's totally normal. And I'm like, but you're the one that told me that, like, it's not a very painful process, you know, like, I don't, but now you're, so they what I took, my takeaway from that was that they did not believe that my pain was as severe as I was reporting it. So they were dismissing me when I reported it, basically. That's, I don't really know what was going on, but that's kind of the vibe that I got. And like, I have a really high pain tolerance, so that's just wackadoo. I mean, I've had root canals without any numbing, and I got through it. It sucked, but I got through it. I didn't even cry. Yeah, exactly. And I was afraid to go to the ER. Like, I was like, you know, because the few times I have gone to the ER when I first started having issues, they blew me off. Now, when I don't feel well, I'm afraid to go. So I actually called the surgeon's office and asked to talk to an after hours provider to get reassurance that I should go. And they were like, yeah, you should have already gone. Okay. And that is why so many women die at home from heart attacks and stuff. Because we're so used to being in pain, and we're so used to just being told that it's nothing. Yeah. I actually need to talk to the doctor, the administration, because that surgeon is still on my list of providers, but he's not in the network that I'm in. And every time I see his name, I feel angry. So I would like his name to not be on my list of providers. I did leave him some pretty nasty reviews on those websites. I can't remember what they're called now. Ah, see, I knew there was a key around here. I heard that. I don't know. Well, I told them that it hurt more than I was able to tolerate. You know, like I explained that I'm very used to being in pain, and my game just got louder all of a sudden. Gotta turn that down. Yeah, and I don't know, I always try to be really informative and like, I don't just say I'm hurting, I try to explain like when it's happening and how it's happening and stuff like that. And I don't remember exactly what I said, but I mean, I kept calling, you know. I was calling basically every day until I finally got so frustrated that I stopped calling. The worst thing about that is I found out later that the surgery I got, I didn't even need it. That wasn't the problem at all. But that, unfortunately, like the issue that I actually had is difficult to diagnose, and like mostly just because people don't take women's pain seriously. So it was, you know, it was just, yeah, when I found out later, I was like, what? Like, I did not need to go through any of that. You know, that particular surgeon, I don't think there was any reason for them to have caught what was going on, but my other doctors who referred me should have absolutely done a better workup, like, to begin with. Yeah, exactly. I used to have this doctor when I was younger. She was an osteopath. She was so amazing. And she had a rule that if I called and said I was in pain, I was to be seen same day, period. Like, and she got a new receptionist who was like, oh, she can't see you for a week, you know, kind of thing. And I was like, what? And I don't remember what happened because at that time I wasn't comfortable advocating. I was like 20, so I think I just accepted it and went and cried, kind of thing. But she found out, like the doctor found out, and told the receptionist that if she didn't fit me in, like in the future, same day, that she would fire her. And I was like, she would tell me all the time, she's like, the things that you deal with on a regular basis are things like the type of pain people go to the ER for. And I was like, what, why would you go to the ER? Like, what are they gonna do, you know? Yeah, I was bummed when she like moved. And I haven't really been able to find anyone quite like her. But she was cool because she used like pretty much all forms of medicine. So she did Western medicine, she also did like Eastern and herbal stuff, and just like mixed it all together. So when my ex and I got sick from like bad water, she sent our poop tests out, to a lab back east, and they kind of look at everything, but one of the things they do if they find anything is they take the bacteria. Really
High-risk target approaching.
rude. And they test the bacteria for like sensitivity as well as resistance, but not just for antibiotics, but for for herbs and stuff. So when my ex and I did the treatment for the bad bacteria, they did the herbal remedies and I did antibiotics because the bacteria in my body was shown to be resistant to the herbal stuff, and my ex's was not. So that was pretty interesting, and you know, like I had to be on antibiotics for a lot longer because of the resistance, but yeah, it was cool. And there's, I mean, there's like, you know, like there's online now you can buy, there's like labs that put together these herbal mixes that are like for taking if you have like bacterial problems in your gut. But the problem is they're broad spectrum, they kill everything. And like modern antibiotics that are used for stomach issues are very focused on very specific bacterias. So it's like you gotta, you know, kind of decide your approach and what's important. Because I mean, people kind of do this, oh well, natural's better, and like that's not really how it works, you know. It's not so black and white. Yeah, it depends on the situation, and you know, killing bacteria is killing bacteria. Plus some of the herbs that are used for that are antibacterial are brutal side effects wise. I do so much reading on that stuff, like so much reading.
Incoming. High-risk hostile.
Whoa! Hey, I'm on fire. That's not nice. I'm pretty sure I killed those two people at the same time. Ooh. I made him drop his grenade so he had to run away. Oh, there's a guy over here. I was like, what is... Dude, we don't like your grenades. Knock it off. Yeah.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
These guys are making me concentrate. Ah! No. I confused myself. Ow. I had this opportunity to shoot him and I missed. Okay, that guy, he's got like fire bullets or some shit. More securing? Oh my goodness. These people over there, they're all like, you have a fan club, Jordan. Yay! What? I mean, I guess if it makes them happy to have the Christmas lights up, I know people keep them up all year. My issue is, the stores doing it. Like, Costco already had the Christmas shit up like a month ago. And I think it's nasty. Like, people being excited about stuff, totally cool. But these companies doing it, they're just manipulating and pressuring and stuff. Need more money. And then that, like, adds a bad feeling to it. Even the people that are excited about Christmas, it often doesn't feel good to them, and I think that's a bummer. Like, they should wield that power to influence a little better, you know? Oh no. Christmas music in the stores, unless it's like the week before Christmas, I'm just like, I'm out. I can't even. I hate Christmas music so much. I didn't like it when I was a kid. My mom used to make me go to like church where everybody sings. It was awful. No, sir. I don't like it. October's crazy. I feel like that's abusing their employees. That's not, it's not even like being rude to us. It's like the poor employees. I mean, like those radio stations they get stuck listening to at work are pretty bad because a lot of them are pretty repetitive.
Terminal in hostile control.
Destroy the servers. Haha.
System curtailed. System back online.
I was like, home. Oh. Small town grocery store. If I had a store,
Striker drone detected.
I would play something during Christmas time that was just, hey, look at that. It's like I don't know, like maybe like summertime music or Halloween music. Oh, hack terminal. Alright, I'm gonna get the one in the back, you get the one in the front. Nope, stop that.
Terminal controlled.
Hey, Star. Yeah, it'd be a stuff store. It would be a stuff store, with especially with all the random shit I make. I always thought it'd be cool, like if I had the money to pay rent for space, have the store be also like my workspace. So like I could just sit there and craft during the day when people come in to buy stuff or whatever, you know? I think that would be pretty swank. Another key. Loot, loot, loot. Loot, loot, loot. Loot that booty. Loot that booty.
Automated defenses detected. Caution advised.
It would be Okay, more. And there's another server to be. I think I see it here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You just kind of boink, boink. I think it would be neat, you know? Like, before I got into crafting, I always thought it'd be cool to have, like, a book, like a graphic novel bookstore, but, like, with coffee and stuff. Not, like, Barnes & Noble kind of thing, like a different vibe, but... like, more comfortable for, like, hanging out. But I could totally have some, like, couches and some graphic novels so if people want to hang out while I'm crafting, and... that would be pretty cool. I would just have some, like, sort of basic rules, like you can't bring stinky food in. Ow! Stop touching me like that. I just look over and there's like that body just like flop. Yeah, that would be cool too if other people like hung out crafted. Like I could totally put kits together and stuff so people could like buy the kit for a reasonable price to have access to the materials and then just hang out and do the crafts. What I think would be extra fun is to create like random crafting kits where you don't know what it is. So you get it and you have to commit to doing whatever's in it. He's getting attacked by the bugs. Heh. It's funny when they just come out of a door and you're just like waiting for him. I know. If I was like super cool and had lots of money, I would have all the fun and spread it. Why does everything have to cost money? Gosh. Uh-oh. I'm so cold that I have a hard time eating watermelon because there's a piece of like gravy plant stuff on there. So I'm like, oh.
Terminal in hostile control.
War servers. Uh-huh. Man. I hope it cools down tomorrow so I can like finish up this jewelry. I'm like really excited to get it posted. I don't know, every time I make stuff I think this time will be the time when people are going to be really interested in it, you know? But also like I'm planning to take a break and do some other stuff after, so I'm also excited about that. There's a fourth server somewhere. Oh right, I can't do it until we have to destroy the servers in order to kill the thing. Okay.
Terminal destroyed.
Secure the area. I like it when my gun does that. Ah. Oh, there's someone behind me. Don't do that. My drone was like, no, fool. What's over here? Oh, no, no. Dang it. No grenades. These grenade guys are annoying. Yeah, I think like on Tuesday or so. I don't know. I'm assuming it's hotter where you're at. It's been like 97, 98 here. But you're a little more inland, so it seems like you'd be pretty warm. Get him. Get him, drone. Like, the turrets are gonna be friends. Oh, I don't like that. No. Hasty, huh? Ooh, Wake Camp is hard to do. There's that Violent Femme song, like, where they're like breaking up. It's hard to do, you know? And although if you go further into the song, he's like, they they're actually like that's not true. But like I changed the lyrics to that part to like being about waking up and it being hard to do when I was younger. I don't remember how I did it anymore, but I just remembered that. Yeah. Bon Femmes is such a fun song, or fun band to sing to, but like nobody sounds good singing to them. It's just not, I mean, even the singer doesn't sound good. He sounds good because he sounds like the singer of Bon Femmes. But, it's just like, and now we have discovered the true benefit of the PlayStation 5 loading faster. It's funny. I'm like, I'll save that. I don't know. I was Amos,
Situation nearby.
I can't play with you right there. I'm sorry. Don't look at me like that. He's looking at me like... I wish you guys could see him. I pushed him over so he's out of my way. And he's staying in position, but his face is like... so mad. So he looks like he should be comfy, but he's angry. I just need like 2 more people to chat like right now, and I would hit that goal that they have for, I need to have like 5 different people chatting at the same time. I'm so close, man. Okay, now we just need 1 more. Come on, come on. Oh, not so there's only 4 viewers. I did have 6. Oh my god. I just like ran into that guy. I'll get it one of these days. That. Oh. I was trying to figure out who said that, but it was the hostage said that. She said, "Get off." Like that. It's not very inviting. No. Oh, he stayed in that position and he went to sleep. I guess I win. He no longer looks angry. No key. There's like the Diablo DLC. Is that coming out soon? I can't remember. I feel like it was in October. They were doing spooky season. Man. And I'll maybe if I have a good Etsy or sale, maybe, I don't know.
Terminal in hostile control.
Actually, I'm gonna put you up here. That'll make it get from here.
Destroyed.
I knew I was gonna miss and I hit the button anyway. He got the bugs. It's nice, like, to have, like, other forms of, like, killing them be entertaining as well. So it's not just me doing stuff, but then, like, I just look randomly and they're like, oh, falling, and it's because they're being attacked by all the bugs. Oh, okay. I got my Zoom is renewing this month. So expensive. Door, but it's open. Usually there's well, now they're starting to prove me wrong because the lower floors there was nothing in the rooms that the door was already open. Like 150 or something like that. I don't remember the exact amount, but it's around that. I'm gonna see if I can get a coupon that would drop it down a little bit, but it's not much. It's like
Server terminals detected.
yeah, I tried using Google Hangouts, but it's just or not a Google Meet. Whatever the equivalent is, but it was not as good, and it didn't give me the gallery view. Like, there's no option to record that way. Yeah, and Zoom does a good job of, like, handling the sound and stuff, so I still have to tweak it a little bit, but it's not... It does a good job of leveling the two voices, so I don't need to worry about that. Because it's not easy to fix when they're on the record on the same track and the volumes are super different. Like, there's tools that do it, but it causes like these weird little things that make the voices sound weird when you have to do that. So the Zoom is a little better for that. I still have to tweak it to change the volume to the podcast industry standard. But that's about usually about it, unless there's some annoying background noise that I want to remove. The, the hostage is just standing over here, like, drinking. That's hilarious. Usually the hostages are, like, fighting and stuff, but she's just like, hey, I'm gonna have some water if you don't mind. Yeah, I keep looking at, like, alternatives for the things that I have subscriptions to, and there's, like, the only one that I could maybe use for is, like, for video editing is I could use CapCut instead of Premiere, but, like, the other stuff that I do needs the Adobe stuff, so then it's like, you know. So I just, it's like, it's my business cost, and hopefully eventually I'll get to the point that I'm earning enough that it won't hurt that much, you know? It is a monthly subscription or annual. I think I did annual because it was a little cheaper to pay for the whole year. My Adobe subscription is annual, but they let you pay monthly, but you're in a contract, so you have to pay for the whole year.
High-risk target approaching.
And I got it down a little bit by trying to cancel it and they were like, oh, what if we lower the price? And I was like, okay. So I'm gonna try to do that again when it, what the, when that renews. I think that's in a month, next month, I think. I should put that in my, I have a spreadsheet with all my subscriptions. I should put the renewal dates in there so that I have an easy reference. What is this one? Kill? Oh, I forgot about this one. Ew, I touched the watermelon with my hand. Slimy. I'm like at this point where it's getting harder to find challenges to do. Hey, miss. Yeah, I can't. I'm not doing any of those. Lay down, sir. Yeah, I feel like any money's better than no money. They sent out this like questionnaire survey thing to get people's opinions on basically the how they use the Adobe software, and then kind of like how they feel about the value of it and stuff. And I was like, you guys charge a lot for your software, like a lot. And it's not that it's not worth a decent amount, because you know, you guys are constantly updating and the software is super powerful, but there's no like, you know, you offer discounts for students and for people in other groups, but you don't have any sort of like program for like low income people. And there are like creative people out there who don't have a lot of money, who deserve access to tools and would be willing to pay for them if it just wasn't so fucking expensive.
Rogue agent detected.
Uh-oh. And like, those people aren't going to pay for it anyways, so literally just having a program that helps those people have access to it, even if it's, you know, for less or whatever, that's still going to be more money for them, ultimately. Oh shit.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
Oh, rude.
Hostile incinerator turret.
What the hell is this? I'm stuck. They both walking into my... It's just like infinity bullets and beyond. Ugh.
Rogue agent eliminated.
3 of them. Those rogue agents are spazzy. It's just like, it's obvious that there's a morale issue
Detected nearby.
when there's that many rogue agents. Ugh. I was so focused on getting to cover, I wasn't paying attention to the fact that the cover was on fire.
Cover me! Reloading!
No touch.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Yeah. Okay. What are we doing? No. No. No.
Take that shithead out! They're coming at you!
Okay.
Serious trauma detected.
Somebody's touching me bad. Hmm. Ow.
System.
Ugh. Oh no.
Vital signs critical.
Yeah. 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 No, 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 no. I get you. I get you. I got you. There's somebody around here. I thought I should...
EMP jammer destroyed.
Get him, drone. Get him. Nope.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Die already. Gosh. Hey, did you just like magically show up
Hostile
over
striker
there?
drone detected. Assault drones detected.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from, but it's just that my playstyle has moved away from like trying to snipe and then shoot to just a whole lot of shoot. You know, I'm going through a lot of bullets. Sounds like rain on a metal roof.
Serious
Oh, I'm gonna go down.
detected. Agent down.
Yeah, wait. There we go. That's rude. Stop nagging me. I don't know why that app has to be so unreliable. Why are these guys hitting so hard? What is going on? Alright, this one is done. No, no, bad touch, bad touch. Oh, I'm trying to get cover over there and get, like, not get shot. I don't have any more armors, so
Infiltrated.
I'm like, I don't want to die. I wonder where the next key is. I wonder if it's more likely to be like glitchy if there's just more people. But I mean, there's like streamers that have like bazillions of people, you know? So I feel like that's, maybe it's just the app is just not. No throwing grenades, that's rude. I think I shot